If you want that money, be double O. And if you want that trophy, take double O. And if you want to be a winner, be double O. And if you want to be a champ, take double O. Be double O, take double O. Be double O, take double O. Be double O, take double O. Be calm, be double O, take double O.
What's up, everybody? We are back at the BE00TAKE00 Show. I am your co-host, the PJ North, back with the one and only Tyler Bohannon. T-Bo, what's good, baby?
What's up, homie? I got a lot of shit to do this week, actually.
You got a lot going on. I love to see it. But we're
we gotta
back.
leave
We're back.
5 days. Yeah, 5 days, 6 days.
When do you leave? Oh, so you leave in 5 days.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Damn.
I can't remember.
Okay. Well, we got a lot to talk about before we do that. I'm happy to be back. It is episode 40. We have made it 40 episodes, which is unbelievable, honestly. In all reality, it's pretty crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Last week, Tuesday afternoon, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I got to sit down and do my research. And I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, we had a nice little break. We're going to do this, like I said, every other week through the winter. Gives us a little break, kind of breaks it up. We get to talk about things, some news, collates, and all that stuff. And so we'll get a chance. Next week, obviously, is PRI, so we'll let everybody go to PRI, and then the following Tuesday, we'll talk all about it. So we got a lot to do. But episode 40, thank you for joining us. If you're watching live on YouTube, thank you. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help us out. I know that we're getting a lot of views. We had our biggest episode 39, has been one of our, not our biggest, but one of our largest episodes of just me and you talking. So that's been great. So continue to share with your friends, like and subscribe here on YouTube. That helps us out. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, don't forget that like button, follow, all of those things, leave a review, but share with your friends on the internet. I see people do it all the time. Make sure you tag me or Tyler so I get to see it, because sometimes I don't know if I'm friends with you or not. Tag PJ North or tag my regular page, whatever you got to do. Let us know, man. So help us out there. Shout out to Clint and Jason, who are here every week, man. We appreciate the guys who come and join us every week. I know there's some folks online who are in the shadows, and we appreciate you guys because you guys say something to us at the racetrack, and we do appreciate that. Honestly, leave a comment, let us know what your thoughts are on what we're talking about. So I'm surprised you 40 anything. That is fair, Chris. E-Step, I would have made it 40 in anything. Okay, you got to see my 40 time. It's exceptional. We've done a lot of 40. I mean, Tyler's made it to 40 races this year. Maybe 40 beers.
I definitely made it to 40 beers. That is no problem. No issues there.
I've got 40 miscellaneous bolts sitting around that Chris can come fix and work on some shit. You know what I mean? Hey, Terry, I will say this. Shout out to Terry Nolan, who says he watches every week. I love Terry. He stopped by today and picked up some heads for me that I'm getting worked on, right? I'm going to build a spare motor.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. I didn't know this. We're building a spare motor.
I told you. Remember I bought all that stuff from Danny Waters at Charlotte? Yeah. So
we never mentioned this to Tyler. That's
my bad. Okay,
yeah.
well, here you go. I bought a bunch of spare parts, and I bought basically like 3 sets of heads, a complete motor that was just like a stock motor, right? So you got the block and everything's good. I got like 3 intakes. I got a couple carburetors. I got another block. I got all type of shit. So Terry stopped by. And he's like, yeah, man, I had to call Kenny. He said PJ was giving us work on the podcast, didn't even know about it. I was like, yeah, I liked it. That way the world knows. It's out there in the world, and someone's bound to tell you. So, yeah, man. So Terry stopped by, and shout out to Terry. He listens every week for us. So he's dropping off my heads, man. To Ken Vaughn's doing them, and he fixed my other ones. Did a great job on the ones I have now. So he thinks he can do better. So I gave him 2 sets of bare castings. So we'll see what happens. It's a slow build, though. This is one of those things I'm going to finally do it right. I got these heads, right? We're going to start there. Then I'll drop the block off. I don't have to do it all at once. It's just kind of a slow build to build a faster motor, and then the one I have will be the spare.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that we're just trying to do it. So shout out to Falcon around in the shop watching. Appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, like I said, we appreciate. Oh no, Tom Blinko wrecked in Florida. Man, there's a lot of things going on in the snowbird. All of these races that are happening, I have zero information on. We'll talk about that, but glad to see Tom's okay. That's something we'll talk about in a few. After the first couple pro mod races and all, we'll get into all that stuff. But let's get into the headlines. First, we're just going to kick it off because I know Tyler's fired up. We got to have this conversation. I love Woody. Shout out to Scott. I love Scott Woody. Woody's one of my favorite people. But we got to talk. I'm so confused. I need some help. I need some insight. What is IHRA doing?
I mean, I'm in the same boat. Here's my issue. Drag racers are weird. Racers in general are weird, and I understand
You
that
are not lying.
This is all motorsports. Like everything they're doing is motorsports,
Yep.
right? We got this
Yeah.
late model series, we got boat racing, we
Yeah.
got all this shit.
Hot rods, exactly like you said. Hot rods. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
like,
Yeah.
And I've done a little bit of research
Sure.
on Leah, the new
Yeah.
president,
Sure.
I guess. And I got the article pulled up here because I was trying to look through it. Like, it says a lot about her ability to, like, apparently what I've read from the article, she's super organized.
Yeah,
which is
love that.
great.
Love that because you got to
But-
have it.
Like, you're taking an organization that has deep roots in drag racing
Yep.
and putting someone at the helm of it that has probably never been to a drag race,
Oh,
or
no.
has, or
Okay.
whatever. I don't know
Sure.
that much yet. She comes
Sure.
from the boat racing world, which is great, but like,
Okay.
it is so far unattached from the rest of it
Yeah.
that, like, I just don't know. And I'm not saying that I'm like against it. She might be capable, but she's like, they're gonna have a hard time with this deal. I think this does pull away from what they're trying to do with the drag racing stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure like they'll have people appointed to each series, but I
But
don't
like,
know.
I mean, at some point,
Something doesn't seem right, and I can tell that the egos, like,
it's a lot going on over
I'm-
there, man.
I'm big against, and I always have been, like, if you've got a reason to have an ego, have it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you win a race, have an ego.
Yeah.
Be confident, whatever, be happy, have a good time. These guys, they ain't done shit yet.
I am. I'm in. Let's just talk about a little bit of the timeline here, right? What's happened just in the last
Well,
week?
and you know what? Hold on, one more thing.
Okay.
Since nobody's brought it up yet, I'll just bring it up.
Yeah.
So obviously, you will find on the IHRA schedule that is put out that they have a national event at Columbus, Hebron, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is
National Trail to me. I don't care what anybody says.
National Trail, right? Like, that's what I'm going to call
Yeah,
it. June
yeah.
18th through the 20th. If you look at the TP promotion schedule, you will see we have the TB75K at the same racetrack on the same weekend. And like, they just decided to have a race.
Yeah.
Like, our deal was already signed, done, and then they come in and decide to have the date. And
Yeah.
just ego. Like, when you talk to them on the phone, like, and they so
Yeah.
right now, for the record, we're looking for another place, working on that. But like, just like, not even, you don't matter, right? And I don't need to matter. Don't
Right. Yeah.
care
We're not
that I do
worried.
matter.
Sure.
But-
Yeah.
You had this deal like done with an organization that has, quite a bit of experience in bracket racing, and you just because you think you got something, put it on top. Like,
Yeah.
the phone call was so like just pure ego. I wish I had it, but it's just, I don't know that this attitude and this way of thinking is going to do much for them in the drag race world, and maybe they're trying to completely abolish that as they go through with this. But like, it's just, I don't like their mindset going into it. It ain't gonna feed well into drag racers.
I think. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like, the timeline, like I said, like, things that have happened. They've anointed a new Leah Martin. I don't know her. So I'm not gonna make a judgment. I don't know. I do.
That
like
Lake
you
of
said,
the
comes from
Ozarks
the-
shootout that I guess she might have been in charge of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been able to do that.
But that's the
much
thing,
research.
right? So,
That's a
like,
big deal.
which is fine. IHRA doesn't have to be a drag racing organization if they don't want to. That's fine. We don't. I'm just saying they don't have to be if they don't want to be. What I am saying is they will not succeed if they aren't. Is my thing.
Well, I think they can if they want to, but they can't, like. And I guess I gotta understand, like, is this? I don't know. They better have 150 employees because they're gonna need.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Under her, they need somebody for every.
So
one
just
of
thinking
these.
of the timeline, they have now announced a schedule again, and I saw Michael, and I
Yeah,
am on
but
Mike. I appreciate.
Back to the schedule. We
Yeah.
got 2 racetracks that got fucking trees growing on the starting line on this schedule, bro. Okay, like, I got pictures of these racetracks. They're gone.
I will say this. I'm a pretty, like, optimistic human being. Like, up until it absolutely fails, I'm pretty optimistic about everything.
Yeah,
right?
me too. But I'm past.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty optimistic. So,
Yep.
I love Michael. Shout out to Michael Beard, man. I see Michael's like, well, you don't this, that, and the other. It's in the all, and I'm like, that's fine. But in what world, in what realm, of sense does it make to say that Atlanta and Memphis are on the schedule?
To do exactly what we're doing right now, which is talk about it.
Yeah,
But
no,
like,
look, no
then
press
what
is
happens
bad press.
if
I
you
get
don't
that,
come
but
through with it? Like, and I don't see it being
Right.
possible.
that's the whole.
I don't know.
Blake
He's made a lot of impossible shit happen, but like, it's just it goes back to that ego thing for
Yeah.
me. Like,
We gonna
your
find
money
out.
your money just ain't gonna win always. you
Yeah,
know, in
yeah.
drag race.
Sometimes you have to look, and I say this: if they want to put Memphis and Atlanta back together, we will gladly help put some walls down. We will pave the track. We will help.
Yeah, we'll take your money.
Hit me on the cellular, dog.
Yeah,
Fouts Fabrication can make it
matter.
happen, baby. I will say that, like, I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing.
I understand rebuilding. I'm reading through the comments here. You know,
Yeah.
Daryl is a builder, so rebuilding facilities as well as house. I understand that. Okay, I have no problems with that.
Yeah.
But like, you still got to put it all together in the amount of time. And you're talking two of the larger facilities in the country. Like, trust me. Listen, y'all must be new here because like we've been positive as hell about them all year long.
We have 1,000%.
And I
We've been
still
on.
feel that way.
We've been on the train for sure.
But I've had personal interactions with the front office trying to deal with them.
Yeah.
And their egos are going to get them in trouble. That's all I got to say.
I will say this, Clark, to your point about building, and I appreciate that. Right, I get it. You are correct. Building is in facilities, all this, and I understand his relationship with Elon and that person, whatever. That's I don't. Again, man, my zeroed in focus is like, I didn't know Atlanta or Memphis was for sale like that. Like, so that's another thing. Is like you could build. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's still so many other facilities that would have been better to buy. Like, why? He might as well have announced Houston, and then you know what I mean. Then
the only difference is that they could build a new tower. They don't have to knock this one down because Houston's already loaded to pieces.
Right.
Minus that, like it's the same. Actually, it's probably better because they're gonna have to demolish half that shit anyway.
Yeah, like I said,
basically what I'm saying is Stride said it too. It's just a really really tall undertaking. Like
that's 100%. That's exactly all we're saying. Is like that is all we're saying. Is that it's a huge. I'm not knocking that he is starting a stock car thing. Good, man. Like, whatever. Right? It's cool. All I'm saying, that's a great way to put it. That is a huge undertaking because you're talking about it takes years to build racetrack facilities. I know this. My family is in that business. Tyler has been a part of one for the last 2.5 years. Like, it just seems outrageous to go in there, and again, maybe like I said to you off camera, I was like, maybe they thought Wally Parks was crazy too. I guess, right? I don't know.
But I don't know. Like it was all drag racing still.
Yeah.
And like he like I said, there's a lot of things people said wouldn't happen that he's done. However, what about like the things I think about is we put a facility together and started racing like a week after we had enough asphalt to open the gates and concrete on the racetrack.
I was there.
Like
we did it. We all made a concerted effort.
It took me an entire season.
Yeah.
To get everything right, just in like, when are we going to test timing systems when the first pair of hot rod goes down? Like,
you know what? We had the rollout wrong. Let's run that.
Not only is it a tall undertaking, but you are setting yourself up for failure.
That is my biggest thing. Is like, couldn't we have like a little bit of a slow roll on that one? Like, hey, yeah, we are going to buy Memphis and Atlanta. We don't need to put them on the schedule.
Let's talk about what you're doing with it and maybe add it if you think you can get one done. But like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. So yeah, man, let us know what your guys' thoughts on RNH. We're not, and that's the thing. Like, if you look at I'm not knocking this. I don't know Daryl. I know the team and people that he's worked with. So like, I know those folks, but like, I don't know him personally. So I'm just saying, like, we are supportive, but we are talking about it because it seems a little. It just seems a little like unnecessary. Like, I understand no press is bad press, whatever, and you're going to talk about it, and they're going to do all this stuff. And again, I'm fully supportive if they want to start a stock car organization and they do the boat racing thing. He has the fastest boat in the world or some shit, right? Like, that's like his thing, right? The cigarette boat deal. So I'm, again, not knocking it. All we're saying is we want it. We've talked about this ad nauseum since they announced it. We want it. It just feels like, hey, man, I bet I can hit a 3-pointer. Okay, well, you can just shoot right here from the line. No. I'm going to go stand on the other end of the – I want to stand on the other end of the gym and make it significantly harder on myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why we're doing that.
I guess the last thing, like the last way that I'll put it, I guess, is I have been, I don't even know what's the word, but you're going to know it. I've been hard on NHRA over the years, but also like, like very, very appreciative of what they've done. Like I've been very positive when it needed to be positive and very negative when it needed to be negative. Let me tell you this, okay? The biggest problem that I've always had with NHRA is their ability to work with people, right?
Yeah.
Like, one-on-one with racers, one-on-one with
that is their number one fault. We've talked about that.
Like,
That's their biggest. Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Since I have been in this debacle with trails and dealing with this event, in the last 2 years, but especially right now, NHRA been 100 times easier to work with than IHRA. So y'all let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, it's wild. A lot to come on it. Walt, we appreciate it. Like I said, we're just trying to have a conversation. We want to have a conversation about it because we're, it's not our money. We'll happily help him spend it if we'd like to. We can easily help it out.
Give me another series to go run. Like I'm all in.
1,000%.
Like I've got things to bitch about, I guess.
Yeah, Bob, I agree 100%. I hope it works out. Those tracks are significant. Memphis is a lot closer for you for sure. We would like to see that. So, all right. Well, I'm sure there's gonna be more to come. Like I said, at PRI, I'm sure a lot of things are gonna things are gonna come out. So we'll have a lot to talk about post PRI. Other headline before we get into all of our other stuff today: NHRA silly season. We didn't get a chance to talk about this when it happened, but Austin Prock and the family are gone from JFR. Let's just talk about that for just that part first. Prock wins a championship, pieces out on JFR.
I'm assuming they probably got something that like they're going to go into together and be able to like kind of
word on the street is they're going to Tasca.
I don't know how that works. I guess I'll find out. I'm not knowledgeable enough about it other than they can probably have more control over, what's going on.
Yeah.
Which is probably great for them.
Yeah. I do love what JFR did though, right? Obviously we talked about the Josh Hart thing and at first it didn't make sense, right? But it's like you have guys with money who are spending it on their own team when you can inject that money better probably with JFR, right? Same thing happened today. They announced Alexis DeJoria joins the third funny car team. Like brilliant, right? In my mind, that's like you have the Bandero money, you have that, like that. They're spending all of their own deal, and it's not really working for DeJoria as of late. It used to work, right, when she was with Schumacher, right, originally, and but it hasn't really worked. This makes way more sense. Why you have all of the knowledge? It puts
all the pieces back together for those people.
1,000%. So that's exciting. I just saw also NHRA Elite just hired a general manager person there. Who is going to help take that team to a next level. They are the largest team in drag racing, so that's great. They're continuing to expand, so I love to see that for Elite. A lot of things happening in NHRA. I'm interested to see. Gainesville can't come soon enough, my guy. Damn, here we are. We fixing to rack it up. We getting ready to get right back after it. Everybody's swinging for the fence. A lot of things happening in Pro Mod and all that stuff, so I'm sure there'll be more to talk about. What is before we get to our special guest here today, what is your one thing that what's maybe an off the wall thought you see happening maybe in NHRA silly season, like the crazy, obviously the Proc thing leaving is the biggest one, but is there anything else you see? And it doesn't even have to be pros. It could be they make a major rule change in stock for no reason, like we talked about.
I don't know. I guess I haven't put much thought into it. I will say something that I'm excited about is the modified production part.
It's going to be. They announced the rules. They announced the rules and weight breaks. Very excited. I think we're going to have maybe when we do the whole Ohio Valley discussion, right, with all the stock, super stock, classic. I think that's a great. I think they're going to be the guys to tell us all. We may spend the whole time talking about modified production with those guys. That'll be exciting. Yeah, the rule book, the 26 rule book, I think has been announced, and modified production is in it. So, very exciting stuff. All right, well, we have a very special guest. We wanted to do this, our winter series, again, every other week. We're doing something a little different. And this week is an old friend of mine. I've known her for a long time. And she is one of the content creators in our niche world that is drag racing. But not only that, she's also a top dragster winner. She has won in all types of classes. And she's a farmer. I think she should have been on Farmer's Wife, and they should have just managed her and Trevor. Shout out Miss Kendra Larson. Welcome to the BE00TAKE00 Show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm
Yeah,
actually not a farmer. My husband is. I'm a farmer's
that's why I
wife.
said
There's a
farmer's.
big
Yeah, the
difference.
farmer's wife, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got out of Arkansas and made it to Minnesota or North Dakota or whatever basically
Minnesota,
Canada y'all live in.
the
Um,
frozen tundra.
what
Seriously.
let's first before we get too far into it, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram is all at Kendra Larson.
Um, I'm honestly, I'm not even sure.
Oh, okay. Fair
Same. That makes me feel so good that like somebody else.
if you search
Uh,
Kendra Larson, you
yeah.
will find her on all socials. That's kind of the first thing, right? Obviously, we're going to talk all about the content stuff, but let's talk a little bit just about racing. First off, like, what's your life right now? What are you driving? What's it like being in Minnesota?
Well, Minnesota, it's like legit winter now. We have like 3 inches, 4 inches of snow.
Excellent.
It's
They
not
just
a
got
good
that in
time.
Louisville. Tyler, it just snowed there in Louisville, right?
I got more snow than Minnesota right now, probably. That's terrible.
I am not a fan of the snow at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no, right now Trevor was I have been at home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I just hang out in the house and see what the guys are doing occasionally in the shop. But right now they're just pulling motors and trying to get them to the builders so they can
Yeah.
get them fresh and
Excellent. And
transmissions, everything's.
you have two little boys, right?
We do, yeah. Slate and
Unbelievable.
Tate.
Slate,
Yeah.
what a great man. That's a tag team if I've ever
So
heard one, by God. I love
Yep.
that. They're ready. I almost wore my Seahawks sweatshirt because I saw your latest video. They had Vikings jerseys on. So I'm a huge
Yep.
I'm a huge Seahawks fan, and we roasted that ass on Sunday. So I was gonna wear it, but I was like, you know what? Poor Slate and Tate don't need that hate today. So
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
let them
I
slide.
actually love the Seahawks because I like their colors. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge football person.
That's fair.
So I'm just like have to be a football, have to be Vikings because I married Trevor.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
fair.
do like the Seahawks. They have the best colors in the NFL.
Tyler
I will
doesn't
say
watch
that.
sports either, so don't feel bad. Tyler's like, no,
No.
if it doesn't involve 10,000 RPM, I don't want to hear about it. I'm like, all right, whatever. We don't have to talk about it. Tell us a little bit about your racing career, kind of how you got started, and what was your first race car. Again, I know you from Arkansas, right? That's how long I've known you. You were in Arkansas.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
tell us a
yeah.
little bit about your career and kind of how you got started in drag racing and where you're at. What was your first car or first race car?
Yep. So my dad's raced my entire life. I was 3 months old when I came to my first race, and we actually raced at Thunder Valley in Noble, Oklahoma. I was born in
Oh, okay.
Oklahoma. Yeah. So my dad had always had this blown out called dragster that I was raced around.
Excellent.
And we stopped racing for a few years when we moved to Arkansas. And then we got back in it, and I was 16, and I just like wanted a junior dragster so bad. And
Amazing.
my dad was like, no, no. My older sister raced juniors, and he was like, I'm not buying you a
Okay.
junior. It's just so much work. And so I actually started driving my street car
Hell yeah.
in Sportsman at Mocan Dragway
At
in
Mocan,
Asbury.
okay. So you
A
guys
fun
were
track.
in like you were closer to Oklahoma, Kansas, that whole area rather than like
Yep.
deep in Arkansas. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
northwest corner.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
So,
wouldn't claim Arkansas either, so it's I get it. It's fine.
it's all right.
Yeah. So your first race car was a street car. What kind of car was it?
Yeah, it was a Lincoln Aviator. It was a big old box. Like went like
Dude, imagine
18
just showing up.
seconds.
She's got it on the back window. She's got 47 windows in that thing. Being able to see Tyler, can you imagine being taught how to
Oh,
bracket
God,
race with that?
no, and especially like, I mean, Mocan's not the easiest place to win in general, anyways. So like, it's definitely a challenge.
That's incredible.
And I thought I was cool. Like I had like murdered out tint, like
Hell
10%
yeah.
on my front windshield. So
Wow.
it was a great race car.
It's nighttime.
Roll the
She's like,
windows
I
down.
can't even see the guy coming. I have no idea where he's at. I thought I saw
Yep,
headlights. Had no
exactly.
idea. What
No, my
what kept you in drag? I guess what drug? Like obviously you're racing sportsman. Like what kept you in? Some people I think when they get in big cars, like if they don't get into like a big car, they're like, I don't know, I don't want to race my street. Like what kept you in it at that point?
I knew I was going to get a big car one day. My
Okay.
dad, when I was 17, my dad brought me into the shop Christmas Eve, and he actually
Hell
gave me his car that he
Okay.
raced. And it was my first actual race car was a 1989 Webb Dragster. It was like this big. I think a junior dragsters are longer, but
17-inch
um,
cage, Tyler.
yeah, it was fun. And he pulled his blower motor out, obviously, and
Yeah.
put it in a small little 383 I went
Gotta
like
start slow. I
six.
get it. Hardtail out there.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just make sure she
Oh
can go on the
yeah.
racetrack. I
Yep.
love
6.5 seconds in the 8th mile.
Bro, even wilder. She's like, I just picture it being like 275 length to Tyler Stolen going
Oh
650.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. You said it wasn't. It was like not a long car or anything.
It wasn't a long car, no, not at all. It was
Just
it was
regular
pretty old
dragster.
school. It
That's
was pretty
incredible.
old school. Yeah.
It probably
yeah.
did it have the airplane wheels or did it have regular wheels too?
It had regular front
Okay.
wheels, but like the wing wasn't like a normal wing. It was
Okay.
like
Oh, it had
it
like that
was
spider diamond thing that was out there?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
excellent.
the Cobra
Oh,
head.
I love it. Yeah, we're in. We might do that on the comp car, Tyler. It might make us faster. We don't know.
Hey,
Get a little
the
air.
other day we were in JP's garage, me, him, and Maddie, and we were watching some old '90s videos that Maddie had, and it's like they're looking
Hold
at
on,
the
hold
tracks.
on. You said Maddie had them?
Oh yeah,
Were they on like a shoulder handheld from like
I
the
mean, you know,
grandstands? Did you
I mean,
see the race or just the reaction?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, Rich won. Yeah, 10K Tri-State '94.
I love it. I love it.
But we were looking at the dragsters and we're like, holy shit! Like these, just how much dragsters have changed over the years. And I'm like, wait, I literally just made a pass in a '92 Spitzer like 3 weeks ago.
Man, technology's really gotten great. I should drive this 1992
Yeah,
Spitzer.
exactly.
Does your
Yeah,
dad
older
still
than
have that dragster of yours, Kendra?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. It's fine. It's gone.
We sold it to a guy. I don't know how he got in it. He had to been like 6'7". Like he was sorry to say 6'7". My son, I have a 5-year-old.
Damn it. Damn
Sorry,
it.
I did it. I did it.
Our podcast is cooked. I don't know. We're
Oh, I'm
chopped.
so sorry.
So bad.
He's gonna appreciate that though. But he was so tall, and I had no idea how he's gonna get in it. But he bought it, and then I got something a little bit bigger.
Okay. All right. What's been your favorite race car to date?
To date, so I've never drove an actual door car. I've never drove anything with doors. I've only been a dragster girl until I got licensed in Trevor's Roadster this year. But I would say my favorite car is probably my current one.
Okay.
We actually had it built for me,
Yeah.
and I won it in a raffle, a benefit
been,
raffle.
Been there, did that. Awesome.
Yeah. So I was able to sell my old car and then make this new one really pretty the way exactly I wanted it. So it's probably my favorite car right now.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
I guess obviously you drive a little bit of everything. You guys mostly do a lot of NHRA stuff, but what class do you focus on right now the most?
Top dragster.
Is that your favorite? Do you enjoy that?
I do. I've always wanted to race top dragster. Trevor had no interest in racing top dragster.
Yeah. He's a super comp
Little-
gas guy. He gets it.
Yeah, I don't tell this year he thought he was gonna be cute and decided to go for a championship. I'm a little salty about that.
There's got to be a little bit of that rivalry between that. Like, how do you compete with Tyler or with Trevor? How do you what's that like from obviously you don't go everywhere, right? Like you said, you're stay-at-home mom, your kids are in school, and so you can't go to every race, but you still go to 90% of them. What's that competition like between you two? Obviously, it's probably a little friendly, but there's got to be sometimes when you're you obviously make more rounds, and you're like, yeah, I am better than you, bitch. Yeah, now go mow the lawn, go bale some hay, you hoe.
Yeah. For the most part, I'm pretty supportive. I'm pretty hard on him, though. I will say, when it comes to competitiveness, I love that I have something over him because Trevor Larson's pretty much done everything in NHRA.
Sure.
So his one goal is he wants to win a national event in top dragster.
You've
and
already
I'm
done it.
I've done it twice.
Done it.
So I'm like, sorry, babe. I mean, one day you might be my level.
One day you did.
If you need one, if you need one, I can just give you one of my Wallies.
Yeah, you want this one or you want this one?
Which one you want?
Hey, the kids want me to come for career day at school, and I told them I'd bring the race car. Oh, can you take mine? Yeah, mine's the big one. It's got TD on it. I don't know if you know. It's got TD on it. I don't know. What's it like from let's kind of switch into the content creation thing. I think we talk a little bit. This day and age is super crazy. As you know, I'm a musician, and so I had to do all of that, right? I was on Instagram when it first started, doing all that stuff. And so I look at content creation as, for me, I used it as a tool to try to further my music career. Obviously that didn't work, but I look at it now and I see a lot of racing content, but a lot of it's kind of, it's a little weird. You live in this very specific niche world of drag racing, but I'm sure you have a lot of followers who aren't necessarily just drag racing. So how did you first off get into the content like creation of that, being successful on Facebook and TikTok and all those things? How did you even decide like that was a lane, or is it just something, I want to make videos and I'm going to do this for fun, and that's what it was?
That's pretty much what it was. Like, I guess I'm a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah.
and sometimes Facebook is the only time that I have adult interaction.
God
And
damn. Man, that's rough too, because that's like the cesspool of the internet. It's like, man, the
yeah.
only human interaction I have is on Facebook.
Oh, especially when I have a reel that went viral, and then I have like some people that are nasty, and it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't need this today.
Just
But
it's crazy. So I can imagine that being tough.
oh, but like before reels and everything got big, I started making, we have an LSR page on
Yeah.
Facebook that I used to do, and I kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah.
But we had Trevor's brother raised down south, and then his sister is Carrie Sawyer, who's married to Mike Sawyer, and they're out east. And so we're kind of racing all over. And so
Oh,
I
cool.
would take our weekend recaps and make like music videos
Oh,
with it
fun.
and post it on Facebook. And I just love like the editing side of it.
Sure.
So when I became a mom, I'm like, I just need an outlet away from my kids. And so I
Sure.
started doing that. And honestly, like my first couple of videos, and it sounds weird, got like 10, 20,000 views right away.
Wow.
I thought that was totally normal,
Yeah.
to be honest. And so I told Trevor, I was like, maybe I should just try this thing. And he was like, well, I guess do whatever you want to do. He doesn't
Right.
care what I do.
Right.
Thank God he
Excellent.
doesn't, because he gets poked fun at a lot.
Yeah. Which is good. He seems like a team player with it. When did you know, like you said, so 10 to 20,000, look, and I've said this a lot. We have the joke that like my most popular video on TikTok is me losing. And I'm just like, damn, that's just like par for the course, my entire music career and everything. And I'm like, damn, I spent all this time and effort doing all this. But like, when did you notice that, like, okay, maybe this is like a thing, right? I'm getting 10, 20,000 views a lot. Like, when did it hit for you and you were like, oh, okay? Or what video specifically or that kind of thing led to that part?
I think it honestly was a farming video. I posted a video of my kids sleeping in a tractor, and our tractors are auto steer. And Trevor closed his eyes and looked like he was sleeping too. And like a lot of people hated that because they're like, tractors need we need to drive tractors and blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
But that got like 4 million views. And I was like, that's all it took. It was something so simple. And I think like, just don't overthink things and post it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, as I was telling them, is like I used to put all this effort into, I would have a videographer and then I'm editing and I'm doing all this stuff. And then I'm like, damn, but the people really just care if I do something like, and I pretty much mock a lot of the industry, music specifically. I just like mocked some of the stuff that they were doing. And I was like, damn, how is this more popular than the stuff I spend on? It's so ridiculous.
Seriously. Yeah.
I get it. So when it comes to the racing thing, obviously you come up with creative ways to do it. How do you come up? People ask me this all the time. Oh, how'd you come up with these ideas? I'm going to ask you that question. Fine. I get to ask somebody else. How do you come up with ideas to do the racing specific videos that you do? Like I said, I see a lot of them and they're like, everybody's in, like, obviously your family is involved and they're having fun with it too and all that stuff. But how do you come up with some of those things? Are you following the trends online, or are you coming up with your own stuff, or?
I don't I follow some trends, but I feel like those videos don't really do anything.
Sure.
Honestly, when you keep it original, that's when we just have a crap ton of cars that were always around, and something is always going wrong. Or
that's a good way to do it too. People love to see other people struggle. They just love that.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, he
seriously.
lost? Good. He deserved that shit. Oh, his motor's broke? Good.
People are nosy. I'm one of those. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's like their shop or their house looks like,
That's
or whatever.
incredible.
And so I don't know.
Tyler is the complete opposite. Tyler's sending me reels of just like the most unhinged random shit of all time, and it's just
right.
I've
always been. I think I've spent so much time, and actually I was gonna ask this too. I guess it's a good time. Like, racing has been so much of my every single day that I don't listen to drag racing podcast. I don't listen, I'm not like, my reels couldn't tell you the last time a drag racing related reel other than yours, because like I go look for them and then they keep popping up.
Yeah.
But like minus that, it's the dumbest shit that every
the cookie decorating that you watch.
Yeah.
He's big into British Bake Off. Big into British Bake Off.
Christmas decorations. I killed it this year. Thank you all very much. But yeah, like, and I guess that was my question. Is this like what you're doing with the content creating stuff now? Has it made racing more or less fun, and has it made like just your everyday life like more stressful, or has it made it easier because it's you enjoy it, or
That's a good question. I don't think my life has changed too much at the racetrack. I mean, I'm there to race. I'm not there to make
Right.
videos, but I
That's
do have a
wonderful.
tripod set up just to be prepared. And I have a hard time catching organic things at the racetrack, so I have to like redo them or like act it out. When Trevor told me my face was stupid in one of my videos, like that actually happened because he was mad he lost. But no, I think like life at the racetrack is for me has been pretty normal. I'm a talkative person, so I talk to a lot more people.
Sure.
But Trevor's had a couple of people come up to him at every race that I'm not at, asking like if I'm there because they want to meet me, and I think that's just like crazy. I'm like, I'm just a normal racer.
You know,
I'm
he's
like,
just like, oh,
I'm
these
just
guys really like my car. Nah, bro, we don't give a shit, bro. Where's
no,
the
honestly,
girl
like,
that makes fun of you in the videos, bro?
yes, it's like a highlight of my life because I feel like I have always been Trevor Larson's wife or like the
Yeah.
world champ's wife. And so like I think Joe Castiel said that Trevor's on the starting line. He was like, "Oh, this is Kendra Larson's husband." And I was like,
Yeah, finally,
Yes.
"Don't
finally, it
hate my
happened.
life right now. Like that actually happened." But no, I think my life is pretty much the same. Sometimes I feel I have to put pressure on myself to get a video out, but I don't know.
And
Sometimes
that
I'm
was
like,
kind of the part I didn't know. Like I didn't know if like all of it just as a whole made your kind of everyday more stressful, or if it was just fun enough
yeah.
that you enjoyed it enough that it didn't, or whatever.
Some
But
days when I make like 3 or 4 and I don't post it in like I just post it over a week or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we live in middle of nowhere, so I have like a 20, 30, 40-minute drive every time I leave my house. So that's my thinking time. And I'm like, oh, so I'm like talking to my notes on my phone, like, oh, I should do a reel like this. And I have
That's
a whole list on my phone.
I'm glad that you said that too. We have this. Me and Casey have this. My wife Casey. We have this conversation all the time. And this is not racing related, but I want to ask it. You just said you have a 20, 30-minute drive to town. Where do y'all grocery shop? Anytime we go to a property that she manages and we'll like see some, and I'm just like, where do they go to the grocery? Where are they getting? That's my first thought. Anytime I think about living out. Obviously, you guys are farmers, so I don't know what all you're not like. I'm not going out to my garden in the backyard picking an onion every day, but like, where are you going to the grocery store at? What's that like for you out in the country?
I mean, I go to Walmart.
Oh my god! All right, that's fair. All right, damn it! I knew it. I knew there was a Walmart.
45 minutes away.
Okay,
it's a 45-minute
That's
drive
what
to
I-
Walmart.
I went to Jeff Atkinson's this spring to work on a car, and I was like, okay, I need to go get some stuff from the parts store, and he's like, okay. He said that's an hour. I'm like, oh, that's great, because the way that I forget half of what I went for, and like even if I write it down, and I'm gonna come back and need something else, so I made like 82 trips an hour each way to the parts store, and it's like, okay, this is a lot.
I cannot even imagine.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say that, Tyler, because I'm from like Northwest Arkansas, which is home of Walmart. There's literally a Walmart every like quarter mile, and I'm not lying. It's insane. So when I did move out here, like I was shopping. I went to places that because I live nowhere, and I would go like an hour and a half to go shopping or get my hair done and stuff. And so I remember going to this town, St. Cloud, and telling Trevor, "Oh, I'll just go home, and if I need something, I'll come back." And he's like, it's a 3-hour round trip. And I'm like, oh, so let's say like Amazon is like my go-to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they don't have Prime in Minnesota. Their Prime is 4 days though in Minnesota. It's like, we'll get this to you, but it ain't gonna be in 2 days. Okay, we'll just tell you
when we get to you, it'll get to you. All right.
PJ, do you know how I knew that the home of Walmart was in Arkansas?
Because you drove through it once.
Nah, bass fishing.
Oh.
They used to sponsor one of like the bigger
okay
organizations, like the NHRA of drag racing, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, it was like Walmart was always a huge sponsor. I never figured out why, but like they were right there in Arkansas where like the organization was. Yeah.
My only experience, so I have had 2 experiences in Arkansas. My first one, I bought my Cutlass in Dallas, and I stopped in Arkansas to race it, and it was awesome.
Prescott.
Yeah, at Prescott. Yeah.
That track is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I pulled off the road. I don't know if I told the story, but I pull off the freeway. Me and my brother obviously developed a very similar app to go dead on, right? Like it was the same thing, except we had a map where you could search racetracks. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm in Arkansas. Let's see if there's anything close. Pull up Prescott. I pull off the freeway. It's a brand new paved road. I'm like, I was like, this is about to be sick. We pulled off, and I was like, "Oh, it's in some guy's backyard." Literally, some dude. It was the wildest shit. And I watched a dude go 550s in a cutoff and open face helmet, and I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this-
what I like to see.
I'm home. I'm
I
home.
was like, I don't know if this is.
I
for
am
me.
home about filing that.
I met Dino there for the first time too. Dean Oliver was there, and so we got to talking about Stock Eliminator and all that stuff. It was so that was my first experience in Arkansas. Second one, went to a retro video game
Oh, you just
convention.
did this.
I just did this, and it was
Yeah.
in Conway, Arkansas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Conway is very, very nice, and they had amazing food. Everything we ate in Conway was incredible. Just throw that out.
You know,
I couldn't believe it.
Kendra's probably thinking, like, she probably missed the second half of what you were saying there, because the first half was you saying that you drove to Arkansas for a vintage video game.
Yeah,
And we
right.
just
It
got
was,
stuck on
it was
it.
awesome.
I did think about that. I was like, did he
Yeah,
really just
yeah.
say that?
Did you? Yeah,
was
it took me 3
awesome.
days to finally be like, why are you
Yeah,
doing
it was awesome.
Was
it
it
was
like
incredible.
like the boxes, like Pac-Man, and
Oh.
you guys played Pac-Man
So
all day?
we watched this guy on YouTube. His name's Retro Rick. He has a video game store. He started as a reseller, and he would basically find video games on Marketplace or find them at Goodwill and all stuff, and then selling them, whatever, blah blah blah. So anyways, he buys this video game store that he's always gone to, and he's turned it into this massive, like, it's not a huge store, but he has all this cool retro shit, like one of one things. And so he goes to all these conventions around the country, and he's like, I'm going to put one on. And it is everything. There's vendors who sell video games. There is arcade set up. There was tournaments set up. There was bands who only played video game music. There was retro movies, like 80s and 90s movie actors and actresses, voiceover people. It's just like a whole
Very cool.
very like retro thing. And it's, in Conway, Arkansas. It was.
Did you wear neon? Did you wear neon?
I did not. I didn't wear neon, but I did wear a vintage wrestling tee that he commented on that he liked. So,
Oh.
successful. He's
That's a win.
he's the
That's
only
a win.
only celebrity I met, but it was pretty cool.
I can
But
only imagine that there was only like one person anywhere, anything like you in that place.
they
There
were
wasn't.
all none of them raced, but they were all like me otherwise.
No shot.
No, you're right. It was a little different.
That's cool.
Tell me a little bit
Cool.
about, we'll talk about Arkansas, but what's racing like for you now versus when you started? Obviously, we could put this in perspective for everybody. Trevor Larson's a toter home and stacker and 6 race car kind of guy, okay? Right? Big race shop, whole family races, everybody's got cars. This is not Arkansas This is not Mocan Dragway in that 89 Web Dragster. What is it like, not necessarily better or worse, but just like how different was it for you when you moved up there and then started racing with Trevor and them?
Okay, so I have no brothers. My dad has 3 girls,
Oh, shoot,
and 2
okay.
of us race. And so my mom was kind of bougie, so she had to have the motorhome,
Okay.
and we did the stacker thing too. So that
Okay. Oh,
stuff
so you were
isn't
used to
like
that. Okay, got it.
I was used to that, yeah. But like we just bracket race, we just local bracket
Sure.
race, and we went to
Yeah.
like ET finals. That was kind of the biggest thing we went to.
Sure.
And then starting race super comp, because that's what I started racing when I met Trevor. It was a huge change, because it was like literally just my dad and I. Like
Yeah.
it was just us 2 that raced, and it was just like we just had a thing. And then I
Yeah.
come into a new family, and there's a bazillion people around, and it's not like
Just
just the
27
Larson.
racers all everybody.
Seriously, it's not just like the Larsons. They're the most amazing people. Like the whole state of Minnesota is Division 5 is like literally a big family. They're
That's
so
awesome.
nice up here, and like there's just so many people around, and I just wasn't used to it. It took me a couple years. I remember I had to leave the track a couple times. Like after I was like, I just need to decompress.
This is too
Like
much
I
people.
just need
This
some
is too much people talk.
quiet time.
Tyler
I love
would
to hear
hate that.
No, but I used to not. I'm on the bottom right now about
Yeah.
how I feel about drag racing. Like it's coming back. It's just, but I can remember going to Topeka and like feeling that same way. You know, everybody was so. And
I feel that way
was
at St. Louis. Yeah, we see, obviously, you
Yeah.
become friends with the Spears, and you become friends with the Wagners and all these folks, and Trevor, obviously, and then you just like, damn, they are super nice up there, which I get.
Yeah.
You guys only get to see each other 6 times a year, and you got to drive 27 hours to race. So I
Seriously.
I understand that it's
True.
probably a little bit. Me and
Yeah.
Tyler are like, God, I saw these people last weekend. I do not want to see them again, and I do not want to drive 45 minutes to get there. We're so blessed.
Yeah, we're like, we'll see you guys in 9 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was okay? So now, obviously, right? So now you're up there and you're racing, you're doing this whole thing, and then the Facebook pops off and your TikTok pops off, and you do this as a side hustle, right? For lack of a better term, because I think stay at home mom would be your number one job. So as your side hustle, what's it like partnering? And obviously it helps to have it helps to have Tyler. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't help. I can tell people, I'm like, man, I got Tyler Bohannon. Like, so if I'm not good enough, I have a partner here in crime. You know what I mean? Like for partnership and marketing. But what was that been like for you from a partnership and marketing standpoint? And not necessarily just marketing, but it's really partnership when it comes to racing and stuff. But what's that like for you now and your content creation? And obviously, like I said, having Trevor and the whole family involved helps too, because you're expanding that reach constantly. What's that like from a partnership perspective for you?
Well, Trevor is like my talent, right? Because he performs almost every single weekend we're out.
Sometimes you gotta have that quarterback. You know what I mean? Gotta have a guy who can put it in the basket.
I piggyback off of him a lot, but. No, with this whole social media thing, it's just been fun. It's just been a fun ride, fun journey, and I have been able to meet a lot of nice people and just making contacts over Facebook. And I have kind of like this niche with like I'm a mom that races, and I'll touch base on that for a second. Like growing up, I feel like I maybe overdo like I'm a mom that races because growing up, I was raised at the racetrack. And I didn't see too many moms that raced.
Yeah.
And like if there was female racers, like when they had kids, they stopped racing.
It's our generation for sure. It is.
It really is
our generation and up, man. Junior dragsters of our. I mean, obviously, me and Kendra are probably similar in age, right? I'm 37.
35. Yeah.
So like that, our generation, kind of like we can still race and do all this stuff. Like, I mean, I'm sure that's changed for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Yeah, it's right. And like I don't know where I was going with that.
I think I don't know where you were going with it either, but I will say
the part we were talking about mom thing. We were talking about her partnerships with doing the mom and racing thing.
Yeah. No, I just I feel like I can touch base on some more female side of racers because this is such a male dominant sport that we're in. And my whole goal on Facebook was when I started realizing that I can make like a small income is like, I want to get a fire suit. Like I need a fire suit. My last time I bought a Dash 15 fire suit in Top Dragster was 2017. And I've had 2 kids since then. Okay. So I don't know if you guys don't have any kids, but
look, man,
the women's bodies
Tyler
don't
ain't never had a
same.
Dash. Tyler ain't never had a Dash 15 suit, so he can't.
I did. I bought one used off of Marketplace, and
Triple
I kept
XL
it for 2 years. It was 2 sizes too small.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's mine fits me right now.
That's where I was at with it, anyways.
I get it. Sure. So that makes sense. So fire suit, you're into that.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna make my goal on Facebook is to like my income that I make on Facebook is to buy a fire suit.
That is goal setting. We love that. That's a great plan.
And so I like created this little mini Facebook series of basically sharing my process of how I am, where I'm at on getting this. And I have been so transparent of how much I've made on these reels that I have to get to the point of a fire suit because we all know fire suits aren't cheap and 15s aren't cheap.
Yeah, you're talking like $2,500, right? Something like that, $2,000, $2,500 or something?
I think if you go custom routes that way, but yeah. But like, so I had somebody tag race her fire suits, and you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but an off the hanger fire suit, if I just order from a catalog, that fits y'all perfect.
It's meant for a man who's never cared about fashion. I don't know if you know that.
No, it doesn't matter. It fits us females, and I bet every girl listeners out here will 100% agree with me. Those pants go all the way to our tatas, okay? Like the most uncomfortable thing ever, okay? We have to get like size bigger and roll them down.
Incredible.
Yeah, so Race Her Fire Suits, Autumn DeRosa has came up with the Race Her Fire Suits. So she has taken the female sizes and taken the Pro One suit and made her Race Her Fire Suits. So it's fire suits for females. And I'm so excited. Everyone should check them out. Race Her Fire Suits on Facebook. They go all the way to size 3XL. So yeah, no, Facebook has really that's the coolest thing because
that's
I didn't know that
first
exists.
reel. That's the first reel we're doing next year is Tyler in a Race Her Fire Suit. I don't care what anybody
says.
that we're
They all
in.
fit me like shit too. So maybe
You can
it's
put
not me.
mine on.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yes, yeah.
awesome.
So
Yeah,
because of partnerships, so Facebook has actually connected me with Racer Fire Suits,
that's
and
amazing.
yeah, so I'm really excited about that. But
Yeah, that's a perfect segue to say, like, what would you tell people who? I think this is the big thing, right? Too, and I think everybody should understand this. She is making money from Facebook, not from you all. I just want to be clear with everyone.
that's
I
right.
think
It's
people get
ads.
so confused about like, why is she doing better than this, that, and the other? Da, da, da. And people have said that. I'm like, I don't think y'all understand. I made 0.004 per stream. And everyone asked me, why didn't you do more? Well, I didn't make any money off of it. That's why I didn't do any more. And so, like, that's a direct thing where it's like they're supporting me. These people are watching your reels, and Facebook is supporting you because they're going to hit you with ads anyway, right? So it's like they're going to support you based on that. And so I think that's the cool thing is, like, this costs everyone else nothing. And it's
exactly.
it's an opportunity for someone in this. I just think it's cool for the sport. Me and Tyler have talked about this.
And they
Like,
still gonna have an opinion on it.
which is kind of the fun part too, because like the negative, I used to just like roast people in the negative comments when they would say stuff about me, because I'm the type of person, and I say this all the time, is like, I grew up battle rapping, so no one's gonna say shit to offend me. It's just not gonna happen. I've said horrible things about people in a rap, so you're not gonna say anything that's gonna really hurt my feeling. People be like, this guy can't sing, this isn't country, this. I'm like, brother, you're gonna have to come with more than that, because that just ain't that's not gonna cut it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And racing is
like
the same way, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think racers are like some of the nicest people out there, but boy, do they have some opinions.
Yeah,
too.
it's wild, right? I get comments on TikTok all the time, just like I'll just be like, damn, you spent 30 seconds of your day commenting. You don't even know who I am. Your first thought was like, anybody can drive straight. And I'm like, brother, we seen you drive on the road. I'm not sure you can. So I don't know about all that.
I've had people slide into my DMs to tell me like
Just
to write me
horrible
nasty
shit.
things, and I'm like, you took time to go to my page to select message to write me a message to dog me, and it made me laugh. Like it makes me laugh. Like this year, I have had such. I'm the youngest out of 3 girls, and my sisters called me Nerdra growing up. So I have really thick skin. Like nothing really phases
she was
me
like,
anymore.
I'm ready for this. Y'all aren't
Whatever.
gonna say
Bring
anything.
it, bring it.
That's also another. So, what would you say to someone looking? I see a lot of creators. Obviously, we see a lot of them on. there's, the Cletus is the one that always comes to mind, right? But then there's there's Hoskinson and that whole family, and then there's little Jimmy, whatever that dude does with the 28 gangster thing, and all of these things. And I see Nick Taylor and his wife. I'm friends with Nick, and I see that, and I'm like, oh, they're doing it, and they're doing it, right? It's a side, it supports their thing. What would you say to someone who's thinking about doing, just like getting out there and doing it, not necessarily doing it for a living, doing it for whatever, but like, what would you say to someone who's like, I want to make videos, I enjoy making videos too, and I don't need this, that, and the other, but I just enjoy it. What would you say to someone?
Literally just have fun with it. I think that people don't post things because they are scared of judgment.
Yeah.
And the people that have posted things, they're brave enough, they don't care about your judgment.
Right.
And as long as you just have fun, and some stuff that I post, I cringe at my own stuff.
Yeah.
But then afterwards I'm like, okay, that actually it made me laugh. And
Right.
so I don't know, just have fun and do it whatever you want to do, and don't take it too serious. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, depends on what kind of content you want to do, obviously, but just don't take
That's
it
the
too
first
serious
thing I'm going
because
to do is make Tyler just be completely serious the first race
Well,
we go
yeah,
to.
and I will say, like, I understand what you're saying there, because that was why that I started this with PJ, or that like PJ's. If I'm going to do anything related to social media or posting things on the internet, like PJ's going to do it for me. But for me, like, racing just had became such a job and so stressful, and just like nothing about it I was enjoying. And I was like, you know what, that would be fun. I can say things that I can't normally say, and I can just kind of just have fun with it. And I really have, between this and some of the videos we've done just throughout the year. Like, I don't ask him how they're doing. Maybe once every few months I ask him how the podcast is doing, but
Right.
like, I just enjoy it myself enough
Yeah.
that it's made racing more fun for me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've gotten some of the guys that we race with to do some reels, and like I absolutely love it. Especially like these guys, they try to be awkward, or I'm telling them they need to be a little awkward. My favorites is when Trevor Like I haven't told him to be awkward, and he just actually
He
is.
just is a normally awkward person. Sorry, Big Trev.
I love it. I love it. But like it makes me laugh. If it makes you laugh and makes you happy, who cares what other people think? That's what I would
That's the
say.
point.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the cool thing is that I've seen a lot of people, and I've started to follow a ton of people on TikTok. I'm not a short. I'll be honest with people. I'm not a short form entertain. Like I like some, but I don't like sit and scroll. I'm not a doom scroller on that. And
I have my moments.
yeah.
Know that.
Trust me, brother.
Yeah.
The stuff I do see on the internet is because Tyler sends it to me. I'm not. I'm not a real person. But I
Like
see
1 hour.
I see a lot of people who are doing like their thing that are in our racing community. People that I would have never met, and I think that's another cool piece of it. Is like I tell people like, for me, man, for me to do the podcast is I needed a creative outlet after my music career was basically like over, right, for what it was. At least like doing it, to try to make it. When that ended, I needed a creative outlet, and I was telling him like, I think we should do this thing. It would be fun, and it would give us a chance to cut up and have that conversation. And I tell people that all the time, like, man, if you want to do something, just do it, regardless of if I like it or if someone like. Do you enjoy doing it? Like I had a wrestling podcast. I really enjoyed doing it. I just like talking about wrestling. No one watched it, no one listened to it, but I didn't have to worry about it because I enjoyed talking about it with my friends. And so like that was it's the same thing with the racing stuff. Like I make some, like yesterday I posted on TikTok and it was just like so random, just like pictures. But I saw someone use. I wish I knew who it was. She's the girl that does. I know her boyfriend. She does like video. She's a racer, but she does like makeup videos.
Oh, Caitlin?
Yeah, that girl. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. And she did a song with Morgan Wallen, and I was like, damn, this is cool. I'm gonna use this song. I like this song. I'm gonna make a video. And like that was the end. That was the whole thought I put into it. I like this song. I'm gonna do this thing. It's cool because I would have never like seen a lot of those people. I follow another Schober Motorsports. I don't know. It's either Schuber or Schober, but he does a lot of Mopar stuff. He has like cool ass race cars. And I would have never known that guy if it wasn't for that. So I'm on the positive side like you, right? It's like if it's a good time, what's the problem, right? And if it pans out, that's why I told Tyler, like if this is cool and we get to, and it helps our racing stuff, like more power to it. But if not, it's a chance for us to complain about IHRA live on the internet for a week.
I think another important thing is to stay organic with yourself, though.
Yeah,
don't try to be
it.
somebody else, or don't try to like mimic somebody else's like content. You can take it for inspiration, but still make it your own.
Yeah,
and I think that's what makes it fun.
That is what makes it fun because I've been one that for my entire life I've been, growing up. It's like. You can't act this way, you gotta, which was correct. But as a kid or as a teenager into my 20s, like I didn't understand that meant, be yourself, just don't be an idiot. So like I felt like I've always sold myself in drag racing, like just been whatever I needed to be to sell myself.
Sure.
And so this has been the way that I could just, be whatever I wanted to be and, just say what I wanted to say. And that it has made it so much more fun.
Yeah, we've got to do some cool shit together, and I think that's the cool thing about it. Before we go too far, I'm gonna if you have a question for Kendra in the chat, let us know. If you're watching live on YouTube and you have a question for Kendra and you're interested, or maybe your content, or maybe you have something to say about a racing, or maybe you just want to rag on Trevor while he's not here, we can do that too. We might throw that out there.
I'll join on the party. Love you, babe.
We talked a little bit about it, but being a mom and a race car driver, like you said, right? That's kind of where we were going with that piece of it. What is it like having your kids, and having them at the racetrack, and what's it like being a mom who is successful at racing and seeing your kids, and your kids know, like they look at trophies and like, yeah, that's mom's trophy. Like, what's that give you as a parent, or just as a woman? What's that like? Being a mom and a race car driver?
It's exhausting for one. No.
I can only imagine. Imagine like she's like, damn, I forgot to fill this thing up with fuel because Tate and Slate were out here running around like little a-holes. And I had to chase them down, and now I'm out of fuel in the burnout box. You know what I mean? Like I can imagine.
I usually do leave my gas cap off my fuel cell, and so Trevor has to make sure I check that because that is one thing that they distract me. No, I think it's so cool because think about growing up. If you're around racers, all the dads get the street cred when they win. It's like my daddy did this, and so being a mom, it's so cool. I'd be like, my mom did this. And when I won my national event last year, I didn't realize this, but Slade stole my medallion and took it to school, and it was in his backpack for like a month. I was
Incredible.
like, dude, I need that.
That's an incredible story. I hope he tells forever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those exist out there. Just for I don't know how many. That's pretty cool. Are your kids into junior dragsters yet? Are they going to get juniors, or where are they at with that?
Slade is so ready for juniors. We got him on go-kart, and he's just ripping around, and Trevor was watching him drive. He's like, he's only 5, okay? And when my kid turned 5, I was like, because I didn't race juniors, I'm like, I want him to be in a junior dragster. Now 5 happened, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I think that's where Brian and Shauna are at too. They're like, we're all like, oh, we can't wait for Brian Junior Dragster.
Oh
Dad.
yeah,
Just egging that on. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm sure Trevor's super yoked about it too. Like, oh no, not this one cylinder thing I got to carry around everywhere.
He raced juniors, and so I think his dad, I think, is ready for it. But no, like Trevor's like, I think Slade could race a junior dragster. I think he could do it. And so I told Slade one day and was like, hey, bud, I think Daddy says that you're almost ready to race. And he was like, and then he was like,
he's like, damn, I better get my shit together.
Mom, I think I need more training. And I was like, yeah, I think you do, buddy.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep with the tractor, bud. We're gonna have to get you up there on the big wheel out there.
Slade is gonna be like the .90 like suit and tie, black or white rig set up, and Tate's gonna be the like ramp truck. He wants a wheelie wagon.
Let's go.
Like that's
he's like,
Tate.
I'm not driving this pile of shit dragster. Where's my wagon at?
Yeah,
I can't say that he'll be successful in life, but he'll have a good time.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, I don't want a junior dragster. I want a junior wheelie wagon or a junior pickup. And I'm like, I don't think those exist, dude.
Hey, I think we could look. They can make anything happen nowadays. They got funny cars. They got roadies. They got all that. I think we can make a junior truck happen.
He wants like a junior wheelie wagon, so it's like top priority.
That would
how
be
sweet would be that.
If they did it, they could do it like the slot cars, Tyler, the ones that do the wheelies, where the front of it picks up but the body stays. That would be it. The thing would stay on, but he would do a wheelie as he rolled back.
He would just be jazzed for that.
That's incredible. This is a great question. From Terry. Shout out to Emmons Autoplex. Down there in I think it's Pasadena, Texas.
I love them.
Yeah,
they're a great family.
The Emmons may be our favorite. They're ducking us on the interview. They don't want to be on it. We went down there, tried to hog tie them into one. They're ducking us.
You guys should do it. It's so much fun.
They're
Come
ducking
on
us.
out.
Terry had a great question. Did you ask Trevor out, or did Trevor ask? I think Trevor slid in your DM. Let's make a bet here, Tyler. Before, how do you think this went down? Did Trevor ask, or did Kendra ask? The other person out, I should say.
I don't.
I'm saying Trevor slid in their DMs from like 1,000 miles away.
I'm saying Kendra.
Okay. All right. Kendra, tell us the story.
You guys ready for the story?
Yeah.
So Trevor's probably watching this live and just like shaking his head. But so I was in Arkansas and he was just racing Brainerd Nationals. And Monday morning rolls around and he friend requests me on Facebook. And I slid into his DMs because I thought he was cute.
Okay, got it.
And I said, do I know you? And he's like, what are you talking about? We hung out all weekend. And I'm like, no, we did not. And he goes, yeah, we did. And then he goes to me for like a couple hours. He was checking my Facebook profile and he realized, he messaged me back and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got the wrong girl. He thought he was he hung out with some other chick who raced, a blonde chick. He probably had a couple of crowns, and he has no idea what her name is. So
First
whoever you are, I appreciate you for having a good impression.
Hey, bro. Hey, old Trev with the game. Recognize real, Trev. I see you, my guy. No wonder he's such a good racer. My guy is fearless out here, just throwing shots, didn't even know would go in.
Yeah. No, he's
outrageous.
That's actually what happened. And then I never stopped talking to him, and he was going to Vegas Nationals in the fall, and I was like, this is spring, and I said, oh, I want to go out there. So I bought a plane ticket, and I was 21. I went out there, or I was going to go out there, and I told my mom, like, hey, I'm going to go to Vegas to meet this guy I've never met before, and she's like, hell no.
Don't get
murdered.
You're not.
Yeah. So she's like, I'll just give you your money back for the ticket, and I was like, no way. And I'm like, I want a race car. I'm in college. I have no money. And she was like, I'll give you $1,000 not to go. And I was like, sold. So I actually sold Trevor Larson out for $1,000 when I was 20 years old,
Damn,
21
man.
years old.
Honestly, I
Yep.
feel like these two were meant for each other. They both out here doing some wild
Yeah.
shit. Outrageous. I love that. What a great
Yeah.
story. Well,
Yep.
we've had a absolute pleasure having you on the show, but we're going to give you the
It's been
chance. We
fun.
give everybody the opportunity to ask me and Tyler a question. Or questions
Okay.
if you have some for myself and Tyler. Nobody's ever really taken us up on it. Eric asked me if I listen to my own music, which I am incredibly self-indulgent, so naturally I do. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
PJ, we have not had a racing song in how long?
Yeah, a
When
long
it
time.
when is it gonna come out?
It's never coming out. I've said
No,
this.
you're
It'll
breaking
never happen.
everybody's heart
know.
right now.
People ask me this all the time, and I'll say this: BE00TAKE00 came out and changed my entire life. It really did.
That's
honestly.
awesome.
If it wasn't for that, I would have never. I mean, Brian and myself, I wouldn't be involved in TB promotions. I would have never met Tyler. This wouldn't have happened without BE00TAKE00. So,
Part of your journey.
changed my life. All the songs I love dearly for different reasons, right? They're all kind of that thing. I'll say this about the music thing. Like I said, and I've told people this. I spent $500,000 of my own money for 20 years, and I made back $26,738.
Not a complete loss.
So I'm only down. I'm only down 473,000 and some change.
Then you might as well make more racing songs. That's what racing.
You know what I mean?
That's what we need.
But I have said that I just, like I love it, but it's really hard. I built what I considered a fan base of racers. Man, I'm very thankful for all of them. I built, but then I couldn't reach them, which is super weird, right? You're like, oh, I released all these other songs. Why aren't they doing the same numbers that BE00TAKE00 did, right? Like all of these people, but it's like it's such a thing when it happened first that like it was hard to capture that again. Maybe how about this? If I win a national event next year, we'll just say this, Tyler. If I win a national event next year, I will drop another racing song.
You heard it here, everybody. Did you hear that?
There you go. I will drop another racing song, and I
I'm
won't even
helping
include
with this
myself.
one because I want it to sound right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and mark me down on the sheet for whatever. I don't know how to work something, but, like,
producer.
I'm gonna sit there and listen, and when it sounds right, I'll say.
Okay, co-writer,
I do
producer.
not want to be involved in this. I just posted a singing one on Facebook and I can't sing. And I was like, Trevor, I don't want to post. And he's like, just do it. It's funny. And I'm like, are you making fun of me right now?
He
So I
is?
went ahead and hit send. Yeah,
I love
definitely.
that. I love
He's
that.
gonna join in on the comments. Just talk shit.
Ruthless. I love it.
Hey, Tyler, I do have one for you.
Uh-oh.
So you said that your TB race is being moved.
Yes.
Have you considered moving it up north?
Oh
We-
my
we-
God.
Brainerd.
Are we going to
Please.
Brainerd?
Us
we're
Minnesota
not
people
going
would
to Brainerd for 26.
love a race
Yeah.
like that close to us.
Bro.
I've actually talked to a bunch of people up there that have pushed to have a race up there, and I've always thought like there just wasn't like a big enough core group to make it work. But I mean I've learned over the years that there is,
Mhm.
and I do have a relationship with some of the folks at Brainerd, so it is possible in the future. That's kind of our thing. We like to take races to new markets.
Damn, if we show up to
so
Brainerd
it's
and the
definitely not,
zoo
like,
is
out of the
popping,
question.
do you think we can
Yeah,
get the zoo popping?
That's my
You-
one rule.
For
That's
a
my one
bracket
rule.
race?
It has to be like we have to push that. I've been one time. I swore after the first day that I would never go back, and that's where we've left that. But
I think
PJ, have you been to the zoo?
I've not been to the zoo, but we've talked
Good.
about it. I want to.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna do Earlville next year. Is gonna be the first one.
Oh,
I haven't been to
yeah.
Earlville yet. We're gonna try that. I think.
Okay.
Brainerd's a little bit far north for my program
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So maybe a little
Yeah.
out of my realm of. But
Yeah.
that I have, dude. Brainerd would be sick. So add that to the list,
That'd be
Brian,
cool.
of opportunities we can do. I
Yes.
love that. Well, thank you so much, Kendra, for joining us, man. If you guys, again, at Kendra Larson on Facebook, TikTok, all those things, make sure you follow her, her husband, and all them doing the racing thing. A ton of cool content. If you're into racing content, this is why we were so thankful to have her on. We appreciate you for joining us tonight here on the BE00TAKE00 Show.
Well, thanks so much for having me, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back again, like I said, 2 weeks. But if you're into this thing, I do have NASCAR, the Winston Cup, presented by the BE00TAKE00 Show, happening at 8 o'clock tonight. It's race number 3. Bristol is happening, Tyler. I'm working on getting you to do the laps next race. I think
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna be ready
I
next
don't know
race.
how to do it, but when
Yeah.
we're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, next race, I think I got you. So if you're into that thing, I'm going to live stream here on the BE00TAKE00 channel, the Winston Cup, race number 3. Again, Kendra, thank you so much for joining us. Thank all of you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you all. Until next